This site is located at 4801 State Highway 146 in the unincorporated area of Galveston County. The first 100 feet of depth is within the Texas City incorporated limits. The video is facing north, looking at FM 646/SH 146 intersection, where the primary trade area competition is. State Highway 146 is a 4-lane divided with center turn lane, 25,000 cars a day and rising. The site is on the east side, 4.5 acres, 500 feet of frontage, wraps the hard corner of an Exxon with a C-store. Due to the demographics and the traffic count, we are focusing on signing up fast food restaurants along that frontage. This video was shot on May 3rd at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. Of note is that one side of 146 cannot be developed due to the 300 feet of depth, which is the location of some high power transmission line easement. It's not an easement. It's fee owned by the electrical company, along with a railroad track that's in that hedgerow. The developed side is in the unincorporated area of Bay Cliff, San Leon, and we're going to be flying directly over the traffic or over the site. You can see a for lease billboard sign. That's where the tract is, where the C-store with Exxon pumps are. ESRI Services, through Site to Do Business, is the company we use to collect the demographics with the focus on fast food. That is included on the site in PDF, the various documents that will basically support what I'm about to say. The new development is Chase Park subdivision, which stretches from State Highway 146 east to the bay, pretty much built out. The rest of the neighborhood stretches all the way to those water towers where Bay Cliff and San Leon are located. To the south is floodplain, undevelopable. There is no utility structure down there. So essentially our site short stops all traffic coming out of Texas City. And State Highway 146 is a demographic in and of itself. 146 provides linkage and access to the Galveston Bay and all the economic bases or employment centers that are located on it. ESRI's demographics reports center around a 5-minute, 7-minute, and 10-minute drive time. There's a map on the website along with all the reports that I'm covering. Essentially, there's a retail marketplace profile, restaurant market potential demographics, an index of retail saturation, which assesses the balance between supply and demand in this primary trade area, also known as the IRS, and a gap analysis, which delineates supply versus demand for several categories, which we focused on fast food. There's four fast foods in this strip within a 5-minute drive time, and that's what we are showing, that there is a demand imbalance. As I stated earlier, the first 100 feet of depth is within Texas City. However, they reached out 6 miles merely to capture the signage in order to maintain a better presentation along that road. They do not require building permits or submission of building plans. They do not. Their zoning ordinance does not apply to any improvement construction behind that 100-foot line. Additionally, that line denotes the end of their taxation, which means the improvements, and particularly the cash registers that sit behind the line in the unincorporated area of Galveston County, do not have to pay a city sales tax. They also don't have to pay an occupancy tax for hotel motel development, which is huge. Within a 5-minute drive time, there's 3,100 households, population of a little over 9,000. Median or average household income is $56,000. 7 minutes, you've got 72,000 on your average household, 19,000 on population, and 6,800 households. In the 5-minute trade area, there is a McDonald's, a Jack in the Box, a Domino's, and a Subway. The Domino and Subway are in C-stores. The McDonald's and the Jack in the Box are freestanding. They average 15 years in age. Given these four, and ESRI has calculated based upon their estimated gross sales that there is a positive retail gap where there's less supply than demand for fast food in the primary trade area, and it is significant. You can see it on their documents that are included on the site. The site itself is not within the 100-year FEMA floodplain, and of note, it was dry and had power throughout the Rita hurricane. You can get 3 or 4 curb cuts across State Highway 146. We'll probably have cross access and parking and access agreements on each pad with a monument sign at the entrance, the primary entrance, along with a couple of other entry points across the TxDOT bar ditch, basically. All utilities are to the site. The Bay Cliff mud provides water and sewer. Of course, electrical is already there. And the site wraps around that Exxon with C-store to Bay Cliff Drive, so there'll be ingress egress both on Bay Cliff Drive and then directly onto SH 146. There's a blinking yellow presently at the Bay Cliff 146 intersection, and I think we can make application to get a signalized light right there. What's interesting is that the Gallup's annual consumption poll, conducted every year, the last one was 2014, surveyed a random sample of 2,000 adults nationwide. 80% reported eating from a fast food restaurant at least monthly, almost half indicating a weekly usage. Most of them are young adults who eat most of the fast food, with 57% consuming it at least weekly. Men are more likely than women to eat fast food at least weekly. And what's interesting is aged 18 to 29 eat fast food most often. And the demographic you are looking at in the neighborhood and the traffic along 146 is in the correct age group and the household income who buys the most fast food. And of course, the ESRI survey shows that it's underserved with fast food restaurants. There's only 4 here, and their age. The concepts are old, and this area